5 subtle ways your boss controls your mind right now. Your boss might be controlling your mind and you don't even know it. Not with a shout or a memo, but with tiny, invisible threads that pull your thoughts like a puppet. Welcome to Psych Unveil, where we rip the mask off manipulation. Today, we're diving into 5 subtle ways your boss takes over your head, ways so quiet, you'll wonder how you missed them. Stick around, because by the end, you'll have the tools to fight back and maybe even turn the tables. Have you ever left a meeting feeling drained, unsure why you agreed to extra work you didn't want? Or maybe you felt this strange loyalty to a boss who barely says thanks. That's not an accident, it's design. In the workplace, manipulation isn't always loud threats or corner office power plays. It's subtle. It's clever. And it's built into the systems we navigate every single day. I'm name names or point fingers at anyone specific. This isn't about your boss. It's about any boss who's mastered these tricks. Over the next 25 minutes, we'll unpack 5 hidden tactics that slip under your radar, and trust me, once you see them, you'll spot them everywhere you look. Plus, I'll give you practical steps to take back control of your mind. These aren't just theories, they're tools you can use tomorrow. Ready to peek behind the curtain? Let's start with number 1. Number 1. Framing your choices. Imagine this. It's Friday, 4 p.m. You're about to log off for the weekend, dreaming of that Netflix binge, when your boss slides in with, "Hey, I need this report done. You can do it tonight or over the weekend, your call." Sounds like freedom, right? Wrong. That's a trap dressed up as a choice. They've framed it so you feel like you're in control, but really, both options mean extra work on their terms, not yours. Psychologists call this the illusion of control. It's subtle because it doesn't feel like pressure, it feels like a favor you're doing them. Over time, you stop questioning why you're always saying yes to things you'd rather avoid. Here's the kicker. Studies show people are 50% more likely to agree when options are framed this way. Your boss isn't forcing you, they're shaping your reality bit by bit. Think about it, how many times have you picked the less bad option without even blinking? It's not random, it's a game they've rigged. So, what do you do? Next time, pause. Ask yourself, are these the only options? Could you say, "Can we push this to Monday?" Or maybe, "Can someone else take this?" Test the frame. You'll be surprised how often it bends and how much power you reclaim just by asking one simple question. Number 2. The guilt anchor. Picture this. Your boss sighs heavily and says, "I stayed late last night finishing this project all by myself. I was really hoping you'd step up today." Suddenly, your stomach twists. You feel responsible for their workload, like you've let them down somehow. That's the guilt anchor at work. It's not a demand, it's a hook that sinks deep into your emotions without warning. They've made their effort your burden, and now you're scrambling to prove you're a team player. Maybe you cancel plans, stay late, or take on more than you should, all because of that twist in your gut. Why does this stick so well? Because guilt is a primal trigger, it's wired into us to avoid letting others down. Bosses know this better than anyone. They don't need to yell, they just drop the anchor and watch you reel yourself in. Think back, how often have you said yes, not because it made sense, but because you felt you had to? It's not your fault, it's a trick as old as time. Here's your move. Recognize the weight when it hits. When you feel that twist, ask, "Is this my job, or their story they're spinning?" Then, respond with facts, not feelings. "I can help with X, but Y needs to wait until tomorrow." It's not cold, it's clarity. Practice this once, and you'll see how guilt loses its grip. Number 3. The praise bait. Ever notice how a boss might toss out, "You're the only one I trust with this." Or maybe, "You're my go-to person." It feels good, like a pat on the back or a gold star on your chart. But here's the twist. That praise isn't free. It's bait. They're hooking you into extra work, tighter deadlines, or loyalty they don't return. It's subtle because it plays on your ego, who does special, like they're the chosen one. But then you're stuck working late on a special project, while they're nowhere to be found. Research backs this up. Positive reinforcement can boost compliance by 30% in controlled settings. Your boss isn't just being nice, they're reeling you in with a smile. Ever wonder why you feel so proud taking on more than you can handle? That's the bait doing its job. So, how do you bite back? Enjoy the praise, but don't swallow the hook whole. Next time, smile and say, "Thanks, I'll fit it in with my priorities." Or, "Glad you trust me, can we adjust the deadline?" You keep the compliment and your boundaries stay intact. It's a small shift, but it changes the game entirely. Number 4. The Chaos Conductor. Ever had a day where deadlines shift, emails pile up like an avalanche, and your boss keeps adding tasks out of nowhere? That chaos isn't random, it's orchestrated. When you're overwhelmed, you stop thinking straight. Your brain scrambles to keep up, and you lean on them for direction. Suddenly, they're the hero steering the ship through the storm. It's control disguised as crisis. Think about those days you're running on autopilot, saying yes to everything, because who has time to question? This works because chaos scrambles your focus. You're too busy putting out fires to see who's lighting the match. And here's the wild part. Some bosses thrive on this, it's how they keep you dependent. Here's the fix. Step back when the storm hits. Write down what's actually urgent versus what's just noise. Then, check in with them. Which of these needs my focus first? Or, can we prioritize these 3? You're not rebelling, you're conducting your own calm. Do this a few times, and they'll see you're not a storm anymore. It's not about fighting chaos, it's about mastering it. Number 5. The Loyalty Loop. Your boss says, "We're a family here, I need you to go the extra mile." It's warm, it's fuzzy, like you're part of something bigger. But then you realize the extra mile never ends. They've looped you into loyalty that's one-sided. You keep giving late nights, weekend emails they keep taking, and it feels noble but it's not. It's a trap that binds your mind to their goals, not yours. Ever felt that quiet resentment when family only goes one way? That's the loop tightening. They don't need to ask twice, you've trained yourself to say yes because you don't want to break the bond. But here's the secret. Loyalty shouldn't drain you dry. Break the loop like this. Define your mile. Say, "I'm in for X, but I need Y to recharge. May stay late today, but I'm off the grid tomorrow." It's not disloyal, it's sustainable. Test this once, and watch how the loop weakens. Now, here's the truth. These 5 ways, framing, guilt, praise, chaos, loyalty, they're everywhere in the workplace. They've been there all along, hiding in plain sight. But now you see them. You've got the tools, the pauses, the questions, the clarity to push back. Use these, test them out, and watch how your work shifts. Maybe you'll even spot these tricks in meetings tomorrow morning. This is Psych Unveil. We unveil manipulations so you can take back control. Hit subscribe for more mind-blowing insights every week. We're just getting started. Comment below. Which of these hit home? Did framing catch you last week? Or was it the guilt anchor? Tell us every word. And if you're hooked, check out our Mind Bites Today playlist for quick, sharp takes on this stuff. We'll see you in the next one because your mind deserves to be yours.